Hello and welcome to Open, everyone. I'm Rhina Valentin, your host, Café con Leche, for the next hour. Always inviting you to get social with us online, that is. Tweet us and follow us on Instagram at Bronxnet TV or like us on Facebook at Open Bronxnet Television. And of course, don't forget, while you're there, follow me on Twitter, FB, Instagram, Insta Stories, LinkedIn, and Snapchat at Rhina Valentin. So, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and our next guest uses her camera to capture the different scenes of New York City. And born and raised in the Bronx, she's been able to use the birthplace of hip hop and her Dominican culture as her muse for art. Joining us to tell us more about her photography and upcoming projects, please welcome photographer Carlita Lopez.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hey. Bravo para ti. I want to give you a hands up. Yep.
Thank
just
you.
on finding your own voice through your artwork, right?
Thank
and
you.
so let's talk a little bit about how you got into photography.
I've always been a very creative person, and I always was very visual. So when I was growing up, I would watch a lot of movies and different videos, like especially music videos, and I was really inspired by that. And I also wanted to create my own kind of vision. It took me until I was like about 23 to get into photography. I went to Dominican Republic and I took photos of Santiago, which is my hometown. And it really felt good to me and it felt safe to me.
So what age did you start? You're saying until
20,
you got
yeah,
23 is
23,
when you started.
yeah.
But in your head, you're saying since a very young age,
Yeah.
you always you were capturing images in your head.
Exactly.
As if though you were photographing
Yeah.
them. And then you finally put a camera in your hand at 23 and went to Dominican
Yeah.
Republic. And
it was just wonderful. And it felt, to me, it felt right. And once I came back to New York, I started going around the city, going on photo walks, shooting everything that I could find. Like I would go to Brooklyn, to the Brooklyn Bridge. I would go to Soho, and I would just start shooting from there. And then I also started just doing mixtape covers for my friends and be like, oh, let's just take pictures and see how this works.
did you say tape?
Yeah.
Oh,
mixtape.
you're dating yourself. She said mixtape covers.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I can't wait to
you.
share with our viewers some of your work because not only are you photographing and documenting our time, right? Because you're kind of like just creating time capsules.
Yes.
But there's also an artistic component to everything that you've done. And so I'm curious to know how you got there, how you evolved into this abstract photography style as well.
Well, one of my biggest influences is Andy Warhol. I took a lot of what he did, and he documented a lot of stuff. So I was very inspired by the colors he used. Like, I'm a very colorful person, and I feel like most of my photos are what I see through my eyes. You know, like it could be black and white to many, but for me, it's always colorful like that.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing the images so that we can share with our viewers as we're talking. And so what are we going to be looking at today?
Just different photographs from different time periods, and also things that a lot of the photos that I took were in the Bronx.
Right.
And also Washington Heights.
So that's your Bodega series right there,
Yeah.
right? You've got Bodega Dreams. The one prior to that was The Hood, right? You could tell I combed through your website. I love it. And so what is the idea behind these colors that kind of loan themselves to even being almost like a negative? They kind of remind me of a negative.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me that, like they say that to me all the time, that a lot of my photos look like negatives. And what I want to do is just give a different view to something that seems so regular to us, like a bodega or like a boombox, for example. And I just like to just give my own style to it.
Right, and so now we're looking at the country club, right? The country club drinks that I believe this series is referenced as merengue.
Yes.
Why is it referenced? Why'd you title it merengue?
Because one, the picture looks like it's moving, and also country club is my favorite soda. So I made that out of love for my childhood. Like, it's very nostalgic to me because I remember as a kid, you know, getting a country club with a pastelito, you know, and that was like yeah.
No, I get it. That's like part of your upbringing, and it's something that you just wanted to make sure.
And I try to
you
mix
preserve.
both,
You're
yeah.
preserving that memory, and so now we're looking at, and once again, here's another abstract style that kind of loans itself to being a negative, and it's Goya. Muy claro.
Yeah. Who doesn't like Goya?
Well, we're all raised on Goya. Us
Right,
Latinos here in New
right.
York, and they look like they're all lined up in a bodega.
And it wasn't a bodega.
It wasn't a bodega.
So I wanted to, that was part of my Bodega Dream series. So I wanted to capture things that are very natural to us that we see every day. You know what I mean? And I wanted to just add like a kind of like pop art twist to it so it could actually be art that you could put up on your wall and it's not just something you just see every day.
Yeah, I know, and that's exactly what all of your artwork represents.
Thank you.
I really had a great time just skimming through your website.
Thank
and
you.
so this work that you have on the website, is it in print? Is it on display? Can people purchase it as well?
Yeah, all of my stuff is up for purchase. Some of them are displayed in different places, like at the Sampler in Brooklyn. I also have pieces at the Boogie Down Grind, which I have a show tonight in Hunts Point. And
you're part of the artist.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We had them on last week to promote tonight's reception, the opening reception.
Yeah, exactly.
For tonight.
Yeah, your Lenny's and everybody. Yeah, so
right. Actually, it's not tonight. It was last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
right.
tonight is like the opening reception for it. It's been up for a week, but tonight's the opening reception.
Right.
So
right. Okay. Actually, it was last week was the opening reception. Last week was the opening.
Was it?
Last Friday. Yeah, it's last Friday.
I missed.
Yep. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Life
It's
is-
all good. We're here. We're
Right,
here.
right,
We're here.
right.
We're here. We're here. We're here. And so
That was funny.
and so that being said, what can, but it's still on display, right?
Yes,
At the end of
it'll
the
be-
day, it's still on display.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on display for the entire month of February,
Yes.
right? And I understand that you're also going to be on display with other artists. However, it's there until the end of the month. And what can people expect from your work? What do you have on display there?
Well, the show was based on Black History Month, so I wanted to make pieces that related to our fashion sense, like stuff as like our nails, acrylic nails, do-rags, tattoos, and I wanted to make a collage out of that and just kind of like make it, how can I say, like more gender neutral. So like the men's photos have flowers and then the women's are like very strong and like very fiery pictures. So I just kind of wanted to like twist it a little bit.
Oh,
So,
wow. Looking
yeah.
forward to that.
Thank you.
Awesome. So for right now, if people want to get your work, do they do that through the website?
Yes, they could do it through my website or my Instagram, Carlita's Way. So you could definitely, if you're interested in anything, you can always send me an email, shoot me an email. I'm down to make prints for anyone. So.
And of course, they can see it in person by going and
By
visiting
going- yeah.
the Boogie Down Grind.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you
Thank
for
you
visiting
so
us,
much.
Carlita's
Thank
Way.
you.
We love that. For more on Carlita's work, be sure to visit CarlitaLopezImages.com. All right, we have to take a quick break, but coming up next, we'll discuss natural healing methods for the mind, body, and soul. So don't go anywhere.